Good morning. The House of Representatives is scheduled to hold a full floor vote today on a bill that would restrict congressional stock trading. The proposal prohibits lawmakers and their families from buying individual stocks. Lawmakers also must file a public disclosure 7 to 14 days before selling a stock. Well, the number of homes owned by institutional investors listed for sale is more than double what it was in February. That's according to the real estate data provider Parcel Labs. And that comes as new housing legislation bars institutional investors from buying any more homes unless they fall under certain exceptions, including build to rent. The largest landlords are all net sellers year to date. Stocks jumped higher yesterday, even with higher oil prices, more tariffs, and the Iran war. And 4 in 10 parents have missed out on meaningful moments with their children because their PTO bank ran dry. A survey of 2,000 employed parents of children ages 0 to 10 found that unexpected sick days can take away valuable everyday moments between parents and their children. The survey, commissioned by Lysol, a cleaning and disinfectant brand, and conducted by Talker Research, explored parents' sentiments about the back-to-school season and found 90% were excited to be part of shared routines. Okay, Burger King making a major push to improve customer satisfaction, saying it will remake any unsatisfactory Whopper for free and offer guests a complimentary Whopper on their next visit. The fast food chain said the Whopper Guarantee initiative will launch alongside a new team of employees called Your Way Champions, who will be specifically dedicated to addressing customer needs rather than solely overseeing restaurant operations. Apple is reportedly teaming up with deferred payment processor Klarna to launch a new lease-to-own program for its devices. The program, dubbed Apple Upgrade, is set to launch Tuesday, July 28th. It will allow consumers to pay for their purchases over multi-year periods, including iPhones, iPads, Macs, and Apple Watches. Now, Bloomberg writes the lease term for the iPhones and watches will be 24 months, while Macs and iPads will be up to 36 months. New data from Notability finds that only 13% of students want AI to write their notes for them, and 47% say AI's job is to organize the notes they took. 78% say handwriting beats typing for retention, and 81% understand material better taking notes actively than relying on recordings or transcripts. And half of the students say they use AI in their note-taking this year, mostly to organize their work. Well, Liberate, the system of action for insurance, has been named an OpenAI select partner. The distinction puts OpenAI's frontier models directly into the phone calls, emails, and claims that run the property and casualty insurance. The numbers behind it: one large insurer documented a 263% return on investment using Liberate, along with 15% higher sales and 23% lower operational costs. Well, more than 70% of healthcare students use betting and prediction markets at least a few times a week. That's according to a report from workforce infrastructure company Clasp. About 2/3 of the healthcare students believe betting markets can help fund their education. However, less than half reported positive gains. Now, 80% of all class survey respondents were women, but results showed men were more likely to be using the prediction markets. Options traders are betting Tesla could see its biggest post-earnings move in a year when the electric auto giant reports earnings later today. Tesla will update on sales of its electric vehicles, as well as the robotaxi and the Optimus humanoid robot. Foreign ownership of agricultural land is becoming one of the most active issues in agriculture policy. That's according to Harrison Pittman, the director of National Agricultural Law Center. An activity is building at the federal and state levels and is an ongoing litigation as well. Now, AgWeb reports for farmers that means foreign-owned land is increasingly a political and transactional issue that could affect who can buy their land, how deals are structured, and how much due diligence is required. Data show about 46 million acres in the U.S. are held under some form of foreign ownership. Well, data centers will account for about 20% of the U.S. electricity consumption in 2035, up from about 6% now, according to Bloomberg. Bloomberg projects data center power needs will reach 194 gigawatts in the country, and that is a jump of 83% from where we were in December. The analysts say we could see a shortfall under the base case scenario, assuming that demand is served from on-site gas pipelines. And Oklo and X-Energy joining a program to speed the development of nuclear power plants for AI data centers. The program is part of a $200 million effort, includes Microsoft, NVIDIA, and it aims to address concerns over data centers and electricity prices. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King.